Good evening and welcome to the Hometown Hippie Nonsense Night. It's Saturday night, Mother's Day weekend, and Red is already asleep in the chair because it's been a long day. He did some running around for me today. Sorry, I'm trying to get my chair to lift up a little bit. And I'm like, I've got on clothes and a bra, and my hair's done. I'm like, it's like a perfect opportunity to go Liberty Live. So here I am. As you jump on, you're like, hello, hi. Um, There's some surprises coming in your box, Miss Heather Johns. You got some extra stuff. You got two big boxes coming. One is full of all of the things, and the other one is full of all the other things. And that makes sense to you, I'm sure. But it is Saturday night of Mother's Day. I have makeup and hair and a face on, including a bra. Right? I have a bra on. So I was like, you know what? I am going to go live and say hi and tell y'all some things. Thank you for tagging some folks, Miss Heather. I appreciate you so much. What are y'all up to? This is just informal. What are y'all up to this weekend? Wow, y'all, Melanie Lewis, I love it. I got to meet her daughter today. I'm going to talk to y'all while I move my fan because it gets hot. And I should have gone Facebook Live. I should have gone TikTok Live, but I didn't go TikTok. Oh man, I didn't go TikTok Live because service has been weird with that. Oh, all the little bags. So I see that Heather is watching. Who else is watching tonight? I know there's two of y'all watching, so please say hello. We are live in a couple of places. We're live here on Facebook, and we are also live in YouTube. No box today. Hopefully Monday, but it's not. It's probably going to be Tuesday before you get it, Heather. That's why I put extra stuff in it because yours was the last box because everybody who had oatmeal cream pies was the last set of stuff going out because that was the last thing that I got to on the list of all the things that I thought I had and they didn't, and then I had to make oatmeal cream pies. So that is why. So it'll probably be Tuesday before you get that box. But I am I'm eating myself a 420 cookie. And Heather, you will be glad to know there's some surprises in your box. It's definitely going to be worth the wait. Yes, it's definitely worth the wait. I sent you some extra goodies. I said, oopsie, sorry, I'm hurrying. But I've also been taking moments, right? I've been taking moments to play with the new menu a little bit. Yes, I know. That's why I made sure you had some. I have been looking around the intrawebs. I have been low key kind of like watching what y'all say because you sent me reviews. You're like, oh, I'm excited. And the little notes in the section that say, do you have more sugar free options? I would love to have some like baked gluten free options. There's been a lot of feedback, right? And I'm taking that into account. Being a small business, I try not to knee jerk react to every single request because I know and I understand that there's no possible way. Sorry, I'm eating my medicine. And they're chewing. There's no possible way that I can like please every person on the planet. My goal is to make sure that there are options on my menu, options in my arsenal for every single person that visits. Everybody can find something. And every price range, right? $10 to, as much as you want to spend. there are I've been so the first thing I did was I kind of went out and I kind of like I'm giving you a little sneak peek tonight, right? A little talk about it, right? Because I'm still in that phase where it's kind of all like on like the way that I kind of envision, like the way it's going to go down, because I have this control center. Howdy, Dennis. Is that I'm going to kind of like, you know, when you're watching those like criminal shows and they have like the wall with like the pictures and all the lines and the strings, like a perp board or a suspect board, or you're like bulletin boarding it. Is that called something? I don't know. I don't know. I know it's, you know what I'm talking about there, right? And howdy, 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 everybody. So please say hi, tag a friend. This is going to be a good night. We're going to just do some nonsense. I got some cards. I'm going to do some readings. I pulled all of them out. So I've been wearing my pendulum. I told y'all that I also have some new bracelets I want to show y'all. Got some new stuff. But I'm talking about the menu right now. So like storyboarding it, right? So I was kind of looking at other people's stuff, kind of seeing what they offered on their menu. My menu is it's big. Like in the world of edible websites, like places that I've gone out to search, like edibles, like even like Delta 8s and CBDs, like going out and searching all the things, right? Looking at places that have things and like a big offering. Um, Method board, storyboard. Yes, that method board. Yeah, okay. And number one, my menu is humongous. Number two, I have some things that they have, right? Everybody's got a brownie, right? A special brownie, a magic brownie. Um, a lot of people have a chocolate chip cookie or cookies. There are lots and lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of gummies. Um, yeah, I was very surprised. Lots of nerds ropes, lots of just kind of, yeah, you know. And so I was like, okay. And then I went to our menu we have currently, right? Good evening, Melanie. Hope you're enjoying your things. Then I went to the menu we have currently, and I'm like, okay, where can I was thinking I have too much. Like I need to specialize was what I was going to do. I was like, I need to pare it back a ton and figure out what needs to stay and what needs to go. Like I need to have some things that I specialize in, right? That was when I first started looking at websites. And this is kind of the method board of it. Then I put the question out to you all. What was the one thing you would want to stay for sure? Like you have to have. I got so many answers from so many people. I hate the gimmicky candies. I want real like normal treats. Yeah. Um. So went to my current menu. Went to my reports on Square, and that's why I use the invoicing system that I use, y'all, because it helps me to like track what sells, what doesn't, how long something, all the things. And I was like, if y'all were to see the report on my Square, when I go to like check metrics and stuff, um, I'm not bragging, right? I'm a humble brag. I'm not gonna toot my own horn, but I'm toot, right? Because I'm allowed to. It tells me like, good job, Tammy, because it says like new customers, existing customers in the last like 7 days, like your blend of new to old, right? Thank you. That's why I came live. Number one, it's tomorrow's Mother's Day, and I don't want to like take up your Mother's Day because you should be in the moment and be present with your family. And I am going to. Tomorrow's gonna be hard for me. I'm already having a struggle this week with Mother's Day, and I don't want to have to like sob my eyes out tomorrow morning. I might come live for Sunday sermon. I might not. I'm not saying for sure it's not there, but I don't know that I have it in me. And I'm going to honor that, right? I'm going to honor that feeling. But I had my makeup done tonight. I looked kind of cute, I thought. I liked my eye makeup. I did. I did realize something tonight, though, y'all. Y'all have not seen me without my hair pulled back, right? And in a headband and just not done in probably months, because that's just kind of how life has been. And I washed my hair today. I wash my hair every day, but today I actually like blow dried and like saw it. And I was trying to like get some volume. So sometimes what I do is I will blow dry it, and then I'll just take my curling iron and I will just put random like giant like big kind of pull them out curls all over and spray it, and then I'll wait, and then I'll come back through and do it. But when I started doing those curls just to get some volume in my hair, um, it's not showing great in this light, but it's way better in natural light and in the bathroom. I am really gray, like really, really, really going like naturally. You can kind of see it through there. It's a lot of gray, and when you see it in light, it looks like really gray. And so I told Red, I was like, "Hey, look at this, look at this." He was like, "Holy shit!" I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "I'm not ready to have all gray hair yet." I said, "But my nanny went like all white, like at 45, like she like went all white." And my mom, she would fight it for a little while, then she like gave up. But I'm almost wondering if I might not just blend it in and go ahead and go gray. Like I might just do it. I might just go for it. I don't know. I don't know that I'm ready yet. I do not know that I'm ready yet, but it's one of those battles that I'm like, And as things move forward with the progression, I think I'm going to be visible a little bit more with podcasting and YouTubing and cooking shows and things. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I want to be great and all that stuff yet. So I'm, just kind of. I know I'm really like I'm not sure yet. I'm not sure yet. So I decided to go live tonight, and I was like, maybe if I have brought the cards over, I was like, if spirit moves me, I will read some cards. I will come live tonight and say hi to everybody, give them a little update on the menu. So like I was saying, like I couldn't really take a whole lot and like get rid of it completely. But what I wanted to do is I did like the idea how they had it set up. Okay. So a lot of places will have like they had like their version of like Cheetos and Cheez-Its, or Doritos and Cheetos and Doritos. They were called Weedos and Cheeto. I don't know, something weird, right? Um, Cheetos, like weed instead of like Tweedos, like CWE. I don't know, something weird. So it was like that little crunchy snack that they had. And those are just I could make those. They just buy Cheetos and Doritos, and then they coat it in a distillate, and then they bake them again to set the distillate on there and basically dose your already made product. And I was like, that's not me. Even when I make trail mix, like I don't buy pre-made trail mix. Like don't think that I just buy pre-made trail mix and dose that. What I do is I buy all of the different ingredients that would go into a trail mix, and then I buy all of the nuts that are unroasted and raw. And then what we do is we individually roast all of the nuts that go into the trail mix with our can of coconut oil, and then salt them, and then make that all those roasted nuts that we roast into our trail mix, which is not on the menu right now for that reason, because it's just so many steps to that. Even the crunchy munchy, like I don't buy Cracker Jacks. Like I make caramel and do it on popcorn and then bake that to make my own product. And so those things, but they had the like sections, right? And then they had cookies, and they had like an option of 2 cookies. They had brownies and an option of 2 brownies. They had their chef's specialties, which this one place they were called, like, I'm not even tell you, Apple Blossom or something. Yeah, yeah. And so then they had like they had a pineapple upside down cupcake. And that looked like a new addition. And then what was the other thing? It was like a Rice Krispie treat, like 2 of those, like a 2 cereal bars, and then like the 2 cakes, or the one, I think it was just the pineapple upside down cake, and then it was like um a cookie bar, like a cookie bar instead of like a cookie. So like a, something kind of funny. And then that was it. And they were like way more expensive, like $20 a brownie. So I looked online at like I'm into like a lot of podcasts and ganjapreneurs, what I call it, instead of entrepreneurs, ganjapreneurs, cannabis groups, cannabis industry stuff, because there's, it's a new industry. So how do you set the market? How do you determine how to price everything? What's the value of that? What do you do as far as the whole, how do you do all of it? And I don't just arbitrarily pick the prices. I really don't. Now, I do have to arbitrarily pick the prices, and I have to do math on every single piece of it, because if I charge 23 cents per gram like they do, that's why their brownies are $20 a piece. They're 100 gram, 20 cents a gram, 20 cents a milligram. And they're charging, like if they have a 100 milligram brownie, they're charging $20. That's 20 cents per gram or whatever. So they are definitely charging more than I am. And I'm like, I'm not charging anybody $20 for a brownie, even though it's probably worth it. I know what I can do it for, and still, I'm not, Now, they're also probably, these places aren't. I can trust you on that, because they were like, cash only meeting the park, tell my driver what you're driving, kind of thing. But, you gotta be sensible about it. But that's what it is. So, I will give you a little sneak tonight, a little preview, a little idea. I know my notes. Okay. So, candies, right? I have candies as a section. And that's going to have 1, 2, 3 candies and one-off stuff, right? Like our almond joy power balls and the white cranberry chocolate power balls are in that first section. So with those, there are 1, 2, 3 gluten-free options, and several dairy-free options. Also, there will be 3 flavors of lollipop that will always be available, and I'm not even going to share that yet. But then there will be seasonal lollipops that will come into like a specialty, like a seasonal menu. There will be 3 cookies. There will be one of those cookies that is gluten-free. There are going to be 3 options on brownies right now, that where I'm at with the storyboard, the methodology of it. One of those is gluten-free. Mini cakes and whoopie pies, like that kind of stuff. 1, 2, 3. There's going to be 4 of those, and one of those is turning to gluten-free. And the one of those that is turning to gluten-free, it's the one that's going to affect the recipe the least, with the gluten-free 1-to-1. I did talk to a bakery and a girl who does a lot of gluten-free baking. What's up, Elizabeth? A girl who does a lot of gluten-free baking. And she gave me the name brand of a 1-to-1. Like, you can't just use the gluten-free flour versus the regular. And she said you will not, it will not affect your, you'll little tweaking as far as measurements. She said, like, she'll give me like those little things, but most of it, everything is a 1-to-1. So especially with the menus that I have chosen, the things that I have chosen to use a gluten-free flour on, there's definitely not going to be an issue. So the oatmeal cream pies after June 1st will be going gluten-free, because it's a lot more oatmeal in that than it is flour. And so we're going to move that gives the oatmeal cream pies an opportunity for everybody. This oatmeal, they're so damn good. I made a fresh batch of those. Man, I just did that. And let me tell y'all what. Holy shit, they're good. Then we're going to also have sauces and oils, and we are going to have a couple of new things coming out. Some of the sauces, one of those was a surprise this time with the strawberry turnovers. I made a shelf-stable strawberry coulis dosed, which is a strawberry sauce. It's perfect for putting over ice cream or dipping your churro in, because some people got strawberry sauce versus hazelnut. We're out of the hazelnut is not going to be on there. People that got that. I want your feedback on it, but I want the feedback on what I made before we move forward with that. It just did not turn out like I thought it was going to. And so I have made, instead, going forward to any other munchie boxes, we'll get this this divine strawberry sauce that is just, oh my gosh, y'all. This stuff right here, holy mackerel. It is very, 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 very delicious. And it's great to throw over ice cream. You could throw it over, they could use that like you could put that and then add more to like a strawberry pie or something. You could put this in like vanilla ice cream, make a strawberry milkshake, or use it in a smoothie. There are tons and tons of things to do with that little jar sauce. You can add it in increments. It's not going to be one of those things that's going to make you lose time or space. That's not the idea of it. But it is a great app. Like maybe you're like dealing with kids on vacation. You need your special Sunday when they go to Dairy Queen so that you can like not kill them. That's the sauce for you. So you got a little sneak peek of that's going to be like we're going to have some sauces. And some, like we have the hot sauce now. We have some July's box. My plan for July's box is ambitious, but it is also going to be a super fun kickoff this Independence Day summer kind of feel. On pancakes, holy shit, Elizabeth, or on like Belgian waffles with like strawberries and whipped cream. Oh, funnel cake. Let me just tell y'all. So did anybody realize that like churro batter is basically just like funnel cake batter? It kind of. So when I had the end of the churros the other day, I probably should have made some more because I still have munchie boxes that are available till the 10th. So if you want a munchie box, you can still get a munchie box. Okay, that's still available, which is the margarita lime cookies, the churros now with the strawberry versus the that's coming, girl. That's on the sauces. That's on the sauces. Oh yeah. Yes. It was in the whole house ring today of just sugar and spice and everything nice. Everybody that came today, because I worked all day. I just had to. I had no options. So there's going to be a very ambitious box in July, which is going to address some of the newer sauces that are going to be released in July. So some of the new stuff will kind of leak out slowly, but it is coming. So I'm hoping to have most of it done, but some things are going to be like coming soon, and we're working on the final pieces and parts of the recipes, right? We're also going to start having an olive oil, a cooking olive oil. You can use that for salads, vegetables, whatever. Because here's the thing, right? Not everybody needs to be like that's not always the point, right? I'm eating a 420 cookie because tonight is Saturday night. It is my I made these this week, so for Friday, and they're for me, they're like Heather's, right? They're my medicine. They help me relax. They help me sleep. They help me laugh. All the things. And I'm gonna love that, right? But I also have chronic pain. I need medicine throughout the day. So I love to use coconut oil, a little dollop in the morning, scramble my eggs. Now, use a little hot sauce on my eggs. And Heather, you should tell them, right? It's not going to like make you not be able to function. It's going to make you able to function without killing people. It's the perfect little microdosing elevation of a buzz. Okay. Now there is going to be the ability for a lots more bundles and packages. Munchie of the Month box is still staying. There's going to be a sampler box, which tells you exactly what's in the sampler box, which we have now, but it outlines it. There's going to also be a gluten-free sampler box. So the people who are gluten-free can still get a taste of all the things to figure out what it is that they like. A date night box, right? A vacation box. So, and the vacation box is going to, this is, the hot sauce is banging. The vacation box is going to come with a t-shirt. Because we're going to do a contest to show me where you hometown hippie, right? Where you represent. And that's going to give you an opportunity to get that shirt. And then some other stuff for the trip, right? Party planner with a mixed dozen of cookies. So all three of the new cookies, you get 4 of each of those. Party planner with a mixed dozen of brownies. You get a couple of each of them. Party planner with a mixed dozen of mini cakes, right? I'm also going to be offering some fun stuff that is like a birthday bag. So you can send a birthday gift or get one for yourself. And the treat that's in the birthday bag is going to be an exclusive birthday bag treat. It is going to be a specific thing. We're going to make those and freeze them, and they're going to be wonderful. And I'm so excited. I am going to create these mini. I have this new pan coming, and I am going to do a mini cake, a mini birthday cake, and it's going to have a tie-dye glaze on it. So it's going to be covered like it's just going to be tie-dye like a little birthday cake, and it'll have a pre-roll in it like a birthday candle, like so the birthday candle, so that you can give them, you know, a little edible and a little smoke treat. Or you can always substitute the pre-roll for an extra little something else if you'd like, if the person does not partake in the smokage of the flower. I've got, let's see here. Ooh, I also have this. Y'all are here. So if you're here, you're a Fed head, so you're allowed to get this sneak peek on stuff. I'm also going to be doing the Power of One campaign on the new website. And it's going to be a $10 add-on to your order. And it's a $10 pay it forward. Okay. So the way that you'll be able to do this is just add the Power of One campaign to it. And then, as y'all know, I pick random folks every month to send love mail to. So what you're doing is basically adopting a Fed head, and it'll be random, and they won't know. And I'll put like this is coming from another, you know, Fed head, and I can either make it anonymous or put your name on it, and you can connect with a friend. Like say here, it's nobody you know. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. But I kind of go out, and when I see y'all post, that's what's like, you know, you can, this is a safe space in here where you're at with the Hometown Hippie. So these are just some of the things. I also have the boxes, for the next several months kind of figured out. Yeah, I've got a lot of stuff. So what I was going to do is a $10 pay it forward. They're going to get a piece of love mail. And it's like, hey, we love to send love mail out because it's from the community. Because even when I send it from me, like I go pick it out and I'm doing it, even if I'm doing it, it's the fact that you all are here and you're all supporting my business that allows me to do it. And this way I can just give you full credit, right? Because say, here you go. We can do more of it because I'm taking away some of the joy that you all have of, you know, I think that we all kind of gain joy out of making other people happy and making them smile. And this is a way to, you know, just put a little piece of love out to the universe. You can even like do the $10 pay it forward. And I'm going to give you an option to like adopt a random person, or you can give me the name and address of someone. So I can even send like love mail basically for you and put your name on it directly. Because it helps me to like not have to go out, and you can search out the people who need some love and, you know, tell us their story, right? Tell us their story. So, there's more to come on that. That's a campaign I'm going to build forward on. Now, June, yeah, it makes you feel good, right? Um, June's Munchie of the Month box. Now, we're ahead of ourselves. I'm just spouting out stuff because y'all are my sounding board. May, we've had our Cinco de Mayo box. And it's still available. So if you've not grabbed it yet, you can grab that through the 10th. So you can still grab that, get your lime cookies, get your churros, and those things are so freaking good. What I was saying about that is I had some churro batter, and I had enough churros to fill all the orders that were outstanding. I made like 3 extra orders to make sure I had some. And that much in a Starbucks coffee in a month, you probably drink that much in a Starbucks coffee in like a day, because a coffee costs almost $10 nowadays. By the time if you get a big one, mine used to cost like $8. But yeah, exactly. We spend that much money just on nothing and all at once and something and whatever, right? And why not make somebody else have a little elevate their day, right? But I took the churro batter and just like spread it all over the thing. And the pieces that got real skinny, because I needed to get like a thinner tip to do it, it was too much, it was too thick. So it was like a big giant like churro that kind of just melted together at one point. But it tasted just like a funnel cake until I put the cinnamon sugar on it, then all of a sudden it was a churro. So is what it is. But I've got some stuff. That'll be some specialty stuff. So we'll have like the special of the week, the new fun stuff of the week. We'll have our little seasonal things, our seasonal menu. It'll be fun stuff for that month. That'll be ever changing. But the things I talked about before will be like the permanent set all the time menu. And then there'll just be like the specials or the what's new section that will be updated on a more regular basis with just little fun stuff. June we're probably going to just get our feet under us, right, to start with. And my plan is because I'm going to have 3 lollipop flavors, all these new things. As y'all can also see, I don't want to get put in Facebook jail, but y'all know what those are, right? Those are our CARTS, right? Our carts. So they're in stock now. They're behind me. You can't really see what they are, so that helps. But we will have some fun stuff. But I'm thinking like because we have s'mores dropping at the end of this month. That's the next thing we have coming out here. I am also going to open up on the menu this week, and as you're going to freak out when I tell them this. So the boxes are good through the 10th, and this is the week that I will open up the lime cookies as a individual order to add some additional lime cookies. So I will make some more lime cookies and do the lime cookies until the end of the month, probably till I close on the 20th. And then we will also, because people were asking to get more of those. And then we will also get the s'mores dropping out. And then the lollipop flavor this week is going to be strawberry. So we have strawberry lollipops on tap because all the grapes are gone. We have lime cookies coming out available in like a batch. And then we also have the s'mores kits dropping end of this week. So they won't be on the new menu, but they'll be on the last week, the next week we have going into like 15th or whatever. So lots of stuff on the agenda, and all of this is not set in stone. And if anybody else has anything, I'm going to take a couple of notes on some. And then I have a list of things that I'll have at retail locations. So things that will only be available at a store will be things like the 420 cookies, the trail mix, the crunchy munchy. Those would be the things that you can only get at stores. Then the stores are going to also have lollipops, hot sauce, coconut oils, olive oils, caramels, lollipops, that kind of stuff. June, we're doing a Pride box. So we're doing, our box is going to be rainbow everything. It's a Love is Love box. And we're going to donate $5 from every box to Farmville Pride, to our local Pride organization, because love is love. And that's just how it is. And July, I have this whole red, white, and blue box, right? August is also going to be a fun experiment. It is going to actually be a drink versus it's going to have a treat with it, but it's going to definitely be something different. Do y'all want me to tell you what it is? Do y'all want to hear about what I have on planned? Do you want to hear what I have planned for August? Do you want to know? Oh, also, we are going to be sending some donations. We're going to do something. I need to get with Carly. So yes, I want to tell you something. Number one, I don't know if y'all were on here when I was talking with Carly, I think, but anyway, her husband's military and he is deployed, and she is doing a fundraiser and a drive to send sanitary supplies to the ship, a care package to the female sailors, because every deployment, and they're like, and it's ridiculous, they don't give them enough tampons and pads and things like that to last them their female supplies. And so they always, and they end up using like paper towels and toilet tissue. I'm like, you are not going to be out on the ship defending our country if I have anything to do with it and if I can help do it. So we're probably going to do a little fundraiser drive. You can either, number one, just send like tons of donations to Carly directly, and not even worry about an edible. But I will also do like portions of, I'm probably going to do like a little fun bag, maybe I'll do a little mystery bag, some little fun bag. And maybe we'll do the $10 pay it forward bag, and all the proceeds of that bag will go to the female sailors. Maybe we'll do something like that. I don't know. We'll figure something out, but we got to definitely get that done. That's this month. Next month is June. So April we did the Friends of the Appomattox River, the hippie holidays. June we're doing the Pride. We're doing the Farmville Pride group. July, that's also like red, white, and blue. We're gonna do something for that. But August, okay. So August, y'all said yes, you wanted to know, and you're here, so I'm going to tell y'all. So I am working on creating a bottled drink that I can send you, like the drink, okay? And it's going to be a lemonade, or I'm thinking of either that or doing like a lemonade and a tea, and then you can put them together and make like an Arnold Palmer, but like an elevated one. So I gotta think of a funnier name for it. And we're going to do that. And it's like, like people, remember kids back in the day in August, sometimes they do this. Kids will do lemonade stands, right? To like raise money for back to school stuff or something that they want. They have that lemonade stand thing for stuff. So I thought, because with the way that inflation is, right? And the way that everything costs so much money nowadays, okay? I thought, because kids go back to school in August, there's lots of school supplies, all of the things, right? That it would be pretty cool to take August. And I'm biased because, I have lots of personal connections to the school. And I want to take I want to take the August stuff, and I want to be able to basically go fill in the holes anywhere that there's a need. I want to go find a classroom and just do it right? And I want to be able to have an ability to make a difference in kids' learning. That's all. Like, I want to make sure that we give back and do something. Like, I'm hoping with the garden that hopefully we get the garden going, and like some of that food can actually go to like kids and the schools so they can eat some better food. So I'm going to be processing simple syrups, and I have someone who makes homemade simple syrups for sodas, and I'm going to talk to her about partnering to make a drink, like a Hometown Hippie, like non-carbonated, all natural drink. So that's what I'm hoping to do, and I want to do like a lemonade because it's kind of easy, and maybe even like a tie-dye lemon, like a pink lemonade or something like that. And then utilize that, something different, right? So the July box is really out of the box. The August box is outside of the box. September, what I have on the list here is we're getting back into like apple cider stuff. So we're looking at maybe some apple cider donuts, because I have a really great recipe for apple cider donuts that are baked donuts. Apple picking September, you get into the fall kind of stuff. Also, October, I'm looking at pumpkin, something pumpkin. We have pumpkin down. Yes, you do, Heather. Come on, girl. November, we're going to do, and this is where I'm at with like the future, because I say never plan further out than the world changes too quick. So the little notes that I have for November are pecan. So we're going to do something pecan in November probably. So apple, pumpkin, pecan, September, October, November. And then that's kind of my flavor profile. I'll start making I really do like make a kind of like that method board. Like when I look at it, like what the holidays are, what's going on in the world. Like I try to pull all the pieces together, and it's the part I love. And I'm going to talk about that, and we're going to read cards. And then December, I have Christmas boxes, right? So I know that December, we're going to do some ganja bread versus gingerbread men. And I'm going to beg, borrow, and steal a decorator, because my sister-in-law makes the most fucking hilarious gingerbread men. So I'm going to tell y'all a funny story. So a couple of Christmases ago, peppermint bark Christmas. Christmas is going to be super busy. There's going to be like bark boxes and fudge boxes and advent calendars and all of that stuff going on in November. But the box itself is 100%. There's going to be peppermint everywhere in December, but there's going to be the Christmas box The Christmas box is going to be gingerbread men and women's and hippies. It's going to be gingerbread hippies, gingerbread hippies. Because I could already see these little characters and what they're doing. Okay. That's a whole plan. Okay. And because if Christmas is probably, I don't know, probably 8 years ago now, maybe even 10 years ago now. It had to be 10 years ago. We were still living in Green Bay. Back before Tammy, I worked as an insurance adjuster at Travelers. I traveled for work. I worked in Richmond and drove back and forth like an hour and a half drive each way every day. I had two step kids that I did not know I was going to have to like raise that were here. And I stepped into that role, which I loved it. I loved it. Don't get me wrong. But I did not bake. And when Christmas rolled around, I was the person who bought the gift bags, right? The kids could decorate the tree. I worked. I was tired in that kind of phase in my life right then, right? And y'all could probably relate, right? That phase was like, I am not putting extra bows on shit. I just don't have the energy like that year. So my sister-in-law, who's disabled from the military and it doesn't work outside of the home, and my mother-in-law was newly retired from her job, so they were so excited to like, we were all kind of living very close to one another at the time, and so they were very excited to bake together. Well, I didn't have the ass to do it. I was like, I don't have time. So they were like, well, we'll take care of the baking. So when I say they bake like 20 different kinds of cookies, all kinds of different things. But my sister-in-law always does gingerbread men, and she decorates them and all the things. But we get our gingerbread men, and I don't even pay attention to it, y'all. And my family is coming for Christmas to my house, all of my family. And I'm like, this is the year. I'm like, I don't have the energy to do all this extra stuff. So I'm like, I know what I'll do. In my house now, after we've got like a full cookie jar, we have tubs of Christmas cookies that I have been gifted. So they made so many cookies. So they brought me, I had hundreds of cookies. And I went to the dollar store and I bought a bunch of dollar store plates. And I got some festive saran wrap, the ones that used to have like the little, like the plate coverers. And I got gift cards and Christmas cards. I got gift cards from I went to Walmart and bought like all the different kinds of gift cards. And I went to the Dollar Tree and bought the rest of it, pack of Christmas cards. And I made everybody a plate of cookies, right? Christmas card with their family name and a gift card. That was Christmas from everybody extra because I had everybody come to my house. And I'm not the one, like, I don't normally buy cousins and aunts and uncles at this point, in my life. So I'm like, I got to do something. So here I'd go out to the store. Now, the kids get excited because everybody's got kids. They're like, oh shit, hell yeah, cookies. We're going to eat Christmas cookies. They're like loving it. I'm like, this is great. Number one, I'm getting rid of all these cookies because January 1st, we're going on a diet. We have all these cookies in the house. And I'm like, they're going to go bad before we eat them all. It's just, we don't need diabetes in the house. Diabetes. That's mine and Red's joke. Instead of diabetes, we call it diabetes. It's a great idea to get rid of this stuff. So my nephew, Matthew, the one I posted pictures on last week, walks over. I'm in the kitchen, like talking. Blah, blah, blah. He walks over and says, Susu, what's wrong? What's this gingerbread man have in his mouth? And I was looking at his mouth, and I was like, let me see. And he hands me the cookie. My sister-in-law had decorated as an S&M character. It's got like a ball, like a gag in its mouth, and it's got like a leather outfit on. It's like holding a whip, and I'm like, what? And my niece says, mine's got boobies. I'm like, what? So, and I'm trying to pass, and they're like, because here's the thing, right? At this point, I'm not on the spiritual journey. I was like, just a little something I did. They're like, Tammy does everything. Look at her working so many hours, being a stepmom all of a sudden. Look at her house is so clean, cooking cookies. I was like, yeah, I do it all. Y'all. There was one bending over, looking over with a thong. She had made all of these dirty, because it's just all these dirty gingerbread cookies because she thought we would get a kick out of it because we had like the kids were like in high school. We joked and I did, it was funny. It was just, yes. So I gave my entire family S&M bondage gingerbread man. Well, now I ruined the surprise of what y'all get for Christmas. I was gonna give Trish. I need you to make me a book because she's very, very, very creative. And she's very witty. Like she does a poem every Thanksgiving. And like one year she did a whole like the devil went down to Georgia theme, right? And like the Nelsons went I was like, what during the pandemic? It was so it's so like bad, it's good. But my mother-in-law gets butthurt about it every year because she makes fun of my mother-in-law in like her very passive aggressive way. So needless to say, as y'all can see, we have been on for 45 minutes, and can anybody guess for 1,000 Tammy bucks, which is $1, $1. Can anybody guess what just happened? You watch the progression of it happen. Can anybody guess what just happened? Talk amongst yourselves. Does anybody know what happened? I know it's a delay. I'm giving y'all a second to type it in. I'm assuming y'all are as fucked up as I am at 8:58 on a Saturday night. And you're like, I don't know, dude, what happened? The 420 cookie happened, y'all. Wow. That just kicked in. It went from like that cookie hit to this $1 million. Can I get that cookie hit? And that was the next part of our conversation. So it came in on the perfect time. So I told you the other night, right? It came live. That cookie hit. That cookie. Ooh, that cookie. Oh, that cookie. That funky cookie. Brass monkey. That would be fun. See, this is how I get in trouble because I'll go down a wormhole. I just started singing Brass Monkey by the Beastie Boys. And I just started thinking to myself, how cool would it be if my entire menu was like songs of the 80s? Like, I can rename everything. We can get new, but look, think of all the bird songs there are. We can like bird is the word. I'm like, nope. That's how I get in trouble. And it's probably how a lot of the most amazing like things that y'all get come from is the cookie hitting, right? I should have named my business. The cookie hit. Whew. Dennis, don't you start that crap. Oh, I want to show y'all something else. That's funny because I have this, right? So I have the breathe on the bulletin board back there. And then I found this one, Dennis. Just breathe. Just breathe. Right? And then I pull some out. And this is another one. This is something that probably Melanie Lewis remembers me saying all the time. Back when she was doing Pure Romance with me, I'd say it a lot. Not today, Satan. When I saw this one, I was like, that is mine. This one is mine. And then this one. Somebody tag Elizabeth Clark because she cracks me the hell up, y'all. So today, Elizabeth Clark sends me a message, and I'm calling her out. She don't care. She don't care. She wouldn't tell me. It's my story, right? We detected another activity. Okay, let me look at my PayPal. Hang on, y'all. I don't know what to do. I've been getting some weird stuff, and I need to check some things. I need to like move some money, or I'm getting new accounts. But Elizabeth Clark sent me a message today, like she played the higher than the giraffe hoo-ha card. And she did say hoo-ha because she said she doesn't use the other word. So I say that all the time. Not today, Satan. Whew, not today. Y'all, I heard something yesterday. Holy crap. What was it? Holy crap. What was it? Oh, yes, Elizabeth Clark. She was like, Tammy, she's like, I will read y'all what she said. I'm not going to read everything because it's none of y'all. Not everything's y'all's business and she is private. But I'm going to tell you this. I just want you to let you know I'm higher than a giraffe's hoo-ha. Yes, ma'am. I'm not saying that word, right? She will post about it when she's able. I was like, good. And then I got another message today, and she was talking about like the lime cookies, how they were perfect in every way, and that's her favorite flavor and all the things. So she'll be excited to know that they're coming in a 6-pack. And I know that she's like, Tammy, why did you tell me? I need to do it. But I was talking about something. Oh, I don't remember. Oh, the cookie hit. But anyway, that doesn't matter because it's what it is. But yeah, Elizabeth told me that. Then I got another message today from another customer that just said, yeah, this is a scammer. This is a text message about the PayPal thing. Here you go. It was wowee. And I was like, which part? He said flour so far. I ain't got the balls big enough to eat anything at this point. I know how the food is. Wowee. And I was like, oh my God. So I love getting those little messages from y'all when y'all send me those messages. They make me feel really good. Now, speaking of getting boxes in the mail, I got one in the mail today. So as you can see, my bracelet collection is getting larger and more robust. And I am super excited to introduce y'all to my new one. So the Bumblebee Jasper, you can see that I don't have it around my neck. It has been really like you're bugging me. Like I've had this is way heavier than that medallion that I bought. I mean, way, way, way heavier, right? It's my pendulum, which is amethyst, I think. It's that. It was an intuitive pick from Sam Fry. So I put this around my neck, and it's not doing. I wanted to see, right? I wanted to see if it was the necklace or if it was the medallion that I felt like was telling me that it wasn't for me. It was saying, okay, it's gotten you buzzing around, but it's time to pay that forward, right? Because I know that sometimes crystals just aren't meant for you. So I'm going to do it because I love that necklace. I really do love that necklace, but because I love the Bumblebee Jasper. So one of the things that I did is that I have a lady, Jennifer Kackman, who's in here, who does Reiki infused jewelry. And today I got my new bracelet in. I want to tell you about this. It's really cool. This bracelet, isn't that pretty? Isn't that beautiful? It's got a little beehive there with a little bee hanging from it. And this bracelet says BEE happy. And that's what, and I got this bracelet back after the April showers bring May flowers and the Be Happy pollinators. And that's the synchronicities. Again, that's kind of just kind of giving people who are newer into this journey, right? A little newer into this journey. Ideas of how to see when their guides, when their higher self is communicating with them, and little pieces of synchronicities when things are meant for you, how you know to listen to your gut. Because sometimes we have to learn how to trust and listen to our gut. And y'all know that the cookie hit, that means that my messages are stronger and it feels like it's coming in good now. Like this is what I have to do, like relax, Tammy, right? And so I saw that, and it was like I was thinking about the necklace. I was like, but here's the thing. I was like, but I love the Bumblebee Jasper, and everything in my gut said Bumblebee Jasper was meant for me, but everything said that was it was like hurting. It was like hurting my neck. It was like not feeling good when I wore it. And I stopped wearing it. So I changed out and put my pendulum on to see if the necklace was the necklace or if it was the pendulum. The Bumblebee Jasper. If it did the same thing, and it was definitely the pendulum or the pendant. So I got the bracelet. I saw the Be Happy bracelet for sale, and I claimed it, like sold that as mine, sent it to me. So it says, Be Happy. I love that she sends these with the bracelets. And here's the thing that's interesting. A lot of times I get these things in the mail from Carly or from Jennifer or from Lisa or from other spiritual people that I work with. And it inspires and it encourages, and it also gets passed on to you. And so what's exciting about this is that a month from yesterday is a month, and Heather, I think you're doing it too, aren't you? The Reiki level 1 with Carly at Dragonfly Alchemy Mystery School. And so I'm going to be able to, with the knowledge of how to actually do it without just my bootleg energy, like the real Reiki knowledge, be able to Reiki infuse. So you're going to be getting marijuana and legitimate magic, not my Leviosa magic, right? So what this note says, it says, I am full of joy because it's my choice to be happy. So again, another synchronicity for me, because again, if you're not changing it, you're choosing it. And this says, I am full of joy. And the word joy is another synchronicity we're going to talk about in a second. I told you I wasn't doing Sunday sermon maybe tomorrow morning, but we're doing tonight. So let's see what happens. And that's If you want to be happy, be. And that's a Leo Tolstoy quote. And I love that, right? If you want to be happy, be. As if you're needing a boost of happiness, this is the combo for you. Being happy is a lot easier with a dose of crystal therapy. Vibrate higher, smile more, and attract happiness. And the intentions that she's woven into this for me, intentions of joy and happiness have been placed into each stone. They've also been infused with Reiki. Thus, life force energy will last forever in these stones. So even after the life of the bracelet, keep your stones. The life force in them, the life force energy in them will work with you each time you put it on. It will never stop or become unchanged. Reiki goes where you need it. It never does harm. All stones are genuine and graded AAA. They are handpicked with care, Reiki infused, and set with intentions of your highest good. The stones that are in this are 3 different stones in this bracelet that I've got on, and I love the color of this bracelet. Like, this bracelet is just, it speaks. I even dressed my entire outfit today around this bracelet. Did I not realize it? This is my color palette: blush and bashful, pink and pink. Right now, these are not pink and pink, but I'm just saying that's from Stone Magnolias. That's one of my favorite movies ever. I saw the play over at one of the local theaters last year, and I cried through the whole thing. I love Still Magnolias, that movie, so very much, and I have a very dear friend of mine, my friend Tracy Gilbert. She's not in this group. She's a teacher. She's like, I've never told her I smoke pot. Like, I've never ever told her I did any of those things, like, ever. Like, even in college we were roommates, and like I hid it from her like she was a mom. Like, we'll talk about it. Her brother-in-law is also a cop. So but she and I used to watch that movie just I know every word of that movie. I know every word of that movie. I might pull my shirt out. I take a whack at Weasel. I love Tracy. She's one of my dearest. We were roommates for 4 years in college. We were best friends since 4th grade. We're grown up now, and I would say she's one of my best friends, my lifelong best friends. We do not see each other or talk as often as we should. I just left a message this week. I was like, I love you. I miss you. I'm an awful friend. And let's do lunch soon. I know we say that, but let's really do it this time. And I'll have to tell you a Tracy story later. I might get upset again. Okay, so but the stones in this bracelet, right? Bumblebee Jasper. It's a great talisman that is here to help you keep buzzing throughout your day, even when negative energies constantly come your way. It helps to maintain a positive and upbeat attitude through the day while encouraging you to continue your own spiritual evolution. Sunstone is in this bracelet. With its powers of the sun and light, Sunstones clears and cleanses all other chakras, restoring joy and nurturing the spirit. I can definitely feel this bracelet working. And then Smoky Quartz. In order to bring in good energy, one must also transmute the lower energies. This crystal disperses fear, lifts depression and negativity. It brings emotional calmness, relieving stress and anxiety, and promotes positive thoughts and actions. And so I am someone who's relatively new to what crystals do. And I used to say, well, what do I need for this? And what do I need for that? What do I need for this? And what do I need for that? And so what I have been stopping and what I do is I go on and I have all of these different stones up here. I have a bunch of like geode type stones in the other room. And I buy them because they speak to me. Like, this bracelet spoke to me. I had no clue what all the stones did until I read that. And I felt like I trust my intuition on those. I have random stuff. Like, for some reason, though, if anybody sees this, I'm going to ask it again. I don't ask for a lot, y'all. I don't ask ever. Like, I hate getting stuff. But if anybody wants to help me build this collection, I am dead set on having a very large moon. I'd love to have any kind of moon phase anything. I'm really trying to, like, I think that's going to be my office theme, is like the moon, the stars and moon. I have this one. I have this one, which is a star, which I love. It's a spiderweb jasper. That the moon. I love these moons. I love these moons. I love them so much. But that's kind of my jam. And I have not had a chance to, like, find a store, or any of those things. So we we're moving. Oh yes, I did not know how much I loved it until I got this. Is definitely this bracelet definitely was needed. And I talked about the synchronicities, right? And the two things that jumped out was joy. And that is what, so I tell you all the time, right? What are the two ways that you can raise your vibration? Gratitude and laughter. Gratitude and laughter. And I have been very grateful and like stepping back and just being very thankful, but I have not been very joyful this week. And I realized that when I was like, everything's just been kind of off this week. I've not felt good. I miss my mom. I've had sadness and deep kind of feelings this week. And I know now, it's one of those things like like you're trying to figure out an elimination diet and figure out what's missing or what you're putting into. I've got you. I have lots of moons as far as I will send you some. Heather, you don't have to do it, but I love you. You're so sweet. You're too much. I'm actually gonna send that Bumblebee Jasper in your box. So you're gonna have that Bumblebee Jasper as well. So we'll trade some suns and moons for some Bumblebee Jasper pendants. Um, and then, but yeah, that's what's been missing. Everything in that show Julia that I watched the other day that was like my little muse, right? My mom's name was Julia Ann, like Julia Ann, one word. Everybody in Farmville and here called my mom Julie, even my mom like Julie's Cafe. But anyone who was in my mom's family, my grandmother, like her mother, her grandmother, her sisters, her brother, everybody called her Julia. Julia, right? And it's interesting because her nickname, and I've been thinking about this, it's so funny. Her nickname was Noonie, and she hated that nickname. She 100% hated the nickname Noonie. And there were people who would call her that just because it drove her bats. And that's what all they would call her. She said, I hate that damn name. But she had certain people that she knew were going to call her that. She was okay with one or two of them. I was like, what does it even mean? She's like, she said that she was told by her grandfather, we called him Big Daddy. She's like, I was told by Big Daddy that it was, because he was Cherokee, that it meant sweet potato in Cherokee, like yam, sweet potato, like for sweet potato. He was, my little sweet potato. And so I was, I was thinking about getting some stuff, like a tattoo for my mom and like have something with Noonie in it. And I was like, maybe she got a sweet potato. I was like, I am way too stoned to like get a sweet potato. Like, just get Noonie. Just get the name. It's like, what am I thinking? Like, no, Tammy, don't do that. The cookie hit. But what I'm saying is joy, right? That's what it's all about. And that's what, one of the things that on the similarities between, I was writing the similarities down to know that this was the guy that's been kind of talking to me. And it was, it was the fact that she says things like this. She's like, she's exhausted. She's fed up. She's kind of angry about things. Because you get that way. Even if you love what you do, there's days when it just doesn't, you just want to throw shit, right? Everybody has those days. I'm no exception. I have very few of those days. But when I have them, they're big days, right? I just got to kind of get myself together. And one of the things I thought was interesting, right, was that she was like, how can I complain? I wanted this. This is what I wanted. It was my idea. And then she felt bad because she really wanted it, right? You could see that it just all kind of like the food was such art to her. And I'm telling y'all, this is what I wanted. Like this was my passion project. This was what I'm like, how can I like tell Red like I'm tired? How can I tell y'all? I'm like, I love y'all. Don't ever think that but it's just I'm trying to be real, right? So you can see the ins and outs of like, am I being too real? And I'm like having all these moments, and then this comes in, right? None of it was a mistake. You were learning. And sometimes the lessons are blessings, right? And sometimes your lessons are somebody else's blessing. Maybe you see what I'm doing and you're like, I would do it a little differently, and it might save you 12 steps. Because, I've talked about this before. It's like the hieroglyphics from Egypt, right? You've got somebody like, I'm following the lead of other people and trying to pave the way and learning the things, right? And so I've got my hand up trying to help get pulled up, right? Trying to help somebody that's done this before me, right? My mom was that person who taught me how to run a restaurant and how to be a fair and honest boss, and how to run a business where you care about the people that are your clients. It's not your business, it's like you want to serve others, and you get the pleasure to do that every day, right? She showed me that heart mission, how to do something from the heart. My mom, like I told you, she died. She said, I don't have a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of, right? And she lived such a full life, right? And it's like me, like, we have no problem making money, we just can't keep it because we give it away, right? I give it away. I Robin Hood to the nth. That's who I was brought up to be. I don't need a rocket to go to outer space. I need everybody in my community to be fed and taken care of with a roof over their head. And that's more important than seeing this. I mean, that's how I feel about it, right? And that's thank you, and that's the legacy, right? This sprung out of, and my mom's in heaven, and my mom earlier, because I was like I went to Food Line tonight, had to get some stuff, and I was looking for some flowers to take out tomorrow, and I'm like, and I heard this grocery store flowers. It's by Ed Sheeran. I want you to hear it. I make you cry. Next thing, my mom was like, I'm gonna get my mom some grocery store flowers and put them on her grave tomorrow. And they don't have a vase. You have to kind of have something to put them in, and nothing worked out. I'm like, this is just not what I want. It was raining outside. So it would be raining tomorrow. I'm gonna be an asshole if I don't go. And my mom said in my ear, this is, if anybody knows my mom, I know this is just so my mom. Something whispered to me. She's like, "What the fuck are you worried about? I ain't going nowhere." Right? Hey, Elizabeth, that's exactly what she said in my ear tonight at the grocery store. Tammy, what the fuck are you stressing about? I ain't going nowhere, baby. And that's how my mom would talk to me. Like, the way that I talk to y'all is how my mom always talked to me. Like, just, we talked real talk. Like, it was no whitewash. If she didn't like it, she'd tell me I don't like it. I don't like how you talk like that. I don't like to hear you use that bad language. She's like, you stop fucking cussing. I hate when you cuss. Yes, ma'am. I don't want to see you smoke a cigarette. I'm like, I watched you. You used to ash. It would hit me in the forehead. And I get it that you want better for your kids. But whenever, this whole journey started out of me basically trying to deal with that grief, and the legacy thing and all this. The story really does start there. And she like, don't you give me credit for no so dope business, is what she would say. And my mama, I have pictures of her as high as they come. I mean, I have pictures of my mama. She took a bong hit, and she was at the beach, and she smoked cigarettes, and she was in like an old lady, like the like the shorts with the tank top and the tie, bathing suit, and she's sitting there, and she at this point had taken her teeth out, so she's sitting there like, and her eyes are worse than this. Like, I honestly, if I pulled the picture out, I'm probably channeling her right now. Can't open her eyes. She's like, Tammy. I was like, yes, mom. She's like, I need you to do me a favor. I was like, well, she's, I'm gonna be all right. I was like, okay, I know you are. She's like, no, I'm gonna be all right. I was like, okay. She's like, but I need something. I was like, what do you need? She's like, I need a Pepsi, 3 chicken legs, 3 chicken legs, a Pepsi Cola, and a nap. And she said, in that order. Because we had a big thing of KFC. So we had a restaurant, and for this is my mom. This is why we never like moved on up like the Jeffersons, because my mom was amazing. The reason we did not go to public school and we always had debt, and she died not having a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of, because we had I told you we closed on Thanksgiving, but like we'd work to give free food. So we had our bar crowd that like just, and my mom would take the money from the beer, and that was our like petty cash. So the bar, we just had a beer and wine. Like we never had liquor. She refused. Beer and wine. It was like a draft beer, like a bottle of like Sutter Homes white, Sutter Homes red, and like a Chardonnay or like a Zinfandel. We were a little like mom and pop kind of I don't know, like a country diner. We had like hamburger steak and grits. I said our two most popular side dishes were grease and gravy. But so we had a bar, and that was Tammy's Tavern, or Julie's Cafe and Tammy's Tavern. And so we took all the money from we made off of beer because that didn't count. So I was like, that don't count. That's beer money. And she would take that money at night, she'd shove it in my titty bank, and we would go to the bar, and everyone who worked, because we'd close down like at 9 o'clock, we'd be out of there by like 10, home, showered, out to the club, which is like a country bar in Farmville. And she'd go sit her spot, get her table, get her spot. She'd have her Coors Light, and then she'd pull out, go get you a beer. She'd buy her drinks all night. And then we went to the beach. She took the whole bar crowd. She rented a house in Outer Banks. And we went to the beach for a week. We closed the week of 4th of July because everything was closed down that week. So she takes everyone who works there and anybody else that wanted to get a room. And we went to the Outer Banks for a week. And she got I took y'all can imagine like the amount of beer and weed in that house. Holy shit. And it was the 90s. So there's probably a little bit of everything. My mom she would have flipped out if she wouldn't have done that, but it was fun. We had such a good time. Holy crap, I forgot about that trip. I was like, I need 3 chicken legs, Pepsi Cola, 3 chicken legs, and a nap in that order. And I have the pictures of her in this like little album that I made. It was like 3 chicken legs, and I put like stickers in it. I will pull that out because it's like my bachelorette party scrapbook. I have that like very handy, and I will pull it out and I will show y'all. I promise you I will. We'll show that on the first Zoom bingo night. I have that whole trip, the whole trip documented. And there are some of y'all in here that were on that trip, not in the live right now, but are maybe watching and not commenting, or maybe just seeing this later. I got my mama high for the first time 2 years ago. She said, "Where has this been all my life?" And I said, "You've been yelling at me for smoking it." My mom would always like hit it and stuff, but that night, man, that we took a bong hit. It was some good. What it was is I went down to the beach. There's a head shop down in the Outer Banks called the Island Dyes, Island and DYES, Island Dyes, and they've got a couple of different locations. So Heather, when you're down there in October, we'll have to hit that up together. We're gonna have a little downtime, so maybe you can run to that little Outer Banks shop. It's my like all of my glass pieces that I have, other than those 2 little shit bowls I don't smoke out of, came from the vape shop. Every piece of glass I have ever owned comes from those stores. They're like local artists that blow glass and stuff. Some of this it used to be. It's a little bit more commercialized now. I'm sure it's just stuff they order in. But back in the day, it was like one little spot right on Beach Road that was like freaking ridiculous. Sorry, I got somebody ask a question. I'm flying in, so no smoke on the plane. Do not worry. Have no fear, Tammy is here. You're fine. You'll be all right. Trust me on that. It's got to be very discreet, because that's not the meaning of this retreat at all. But we are going to have some, y'all want to hear, so I'm going to tell you another thing. So, I really need to have a good laugh tonight. This week has been a very horrible week for my entire family. All kinds of loss. You're coming in. Thank you, darling. I'm sorry that you had a bad night. Oh, girl. Girl, you know what? We're gonna send lots of love and light out to Melanie. Um, she's gonna be in Outer Banks too with us. So you know what? Just get clear some energy. You need to get some energy and just you need to laugh, right? And that's what I was saying. Like that was what was missing for me this week. Like I can be grateful and all the things, and I can hold space. Like I maintain. Like I didn't spiral out of control like I maybe would have in the past. But what was definitely missing and what was blatantly in my face this week is that two things can be true at the same time. And Melanie, I'm sure that you probably need to hear this as well, right? Two things can be true at the same time. It's even like me processing the grief of my mom, like the fact that I love my mom and I miss my mom and we have amazing memories together. But it's also true that I was angry for a long time. I'm no longer angry. I forgave for me. But I had to deal with that anger of being pissed off that she could have done something different. She could have made different choices. I was mad at the world because she didn't, ever have I felt, just all the things. And I was really having a trouble kind of marrying those things together, right? And I think that happens with people who are sick. Not just, I'm not saying you're angry or you have ability. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying that, sometimes when we get caught up in the service to others, right? I told you this week I had that session and my service to other side is on fire, but my receiving side is so low. And a lot of that comes from our guilt. I feel like I block the receiving because I have guilt over um, being tired for giving or being grumpy. And I kind of like beat myself up on having an emotion other than a smile. And I have to remember that those are all natural things. And I have to release and get those things out, and that those things are very much a part of the whole process as well. And for you, and I know like Elizabeth Jackson, she's a caregiver, and Heather's a caregiver, and people do all of these things that are like so giving of yourself to others, so giving of yourself to others, that sometimes whenever we feel like, fuck, this sucks, like I hate this fucking sucks, and fuck these people and fuck all this shit and I don't want to do it anymore and this is bullshit and I'm done and I'm tired, and then somebody says some bullshit like, what's what you signed up for? Anybody ever had that happen, right? Anybody ever had that situation? And then you fucking answer like, you're right. Or they give you the solution and you just like, I don't want to hear a solution. I know what the fuck I can do to fix it. All I want to do is bitch about it right now, not be made to feel any worse than I already fucking do. I'm tired, right? And then you get pissed off because they make you feel bad about it. And they're like, well, I'll help you. Like, no, never fucking mind. I got it myself. Because they make, well, you didn't, I didn't the one who said I would do this shit. You're like, well, you know what? Right? We're just saying, you're right. I did, but I'm going to need your help. Right? And that's leveling up. And that's where I'm at. Like, I got there this week. Right? Like, Red left this morning, went to Lynchburg. I stayed in, I slept. I slept till late and all of that. Right? And I did it. I did it with mom. And mom insisted we put her in the nursing home. She insisted. So if they get paid to wipe my ass, y'all do not. She's like, I ain't doing it. And she knew, she's like, that's what I was so pissed about. She chose to go into the nursing home to die. She's like, y'all gonna make me live. I don't want to live. I want to die. And then I felt bad. I was mad at myself. Did I do it? Did I like go do it so I can be done? All the thoughts, right? All those things came in. Today is interesting because usually when my mom comes in, and I believe sometimes we also have our perspective on it. Um, Usually when mom come in, I'm like, I need to go. My mom goes, yes, you do. You better come see me. My mom was very much a guilt tripper, right? Very much a guilt tripper and just passive aggressively get you to do stuff. And her older age, even she's always been manipulative as shit, and I always knew exactly what she was doing, and I didn't care because my mom also treated me like her best friend since I was 1 year old, and I knew all of the things that hurt her feelings and screwed up her life and all of that stuff. So I always had this like sense of like wanting to take care of her, very much a maternal instinct for my mom, very much for that. And I was also the only one in my family I felt like would ever stand up to my dad. Ever. Ever. I have always been one like, fuck you, dude. I'm like, even like, whoa. I would take, and I rarely ever got my ass beat by him. Like, he's not like that at all, but he would like get grouchy and like think he was going to tell everybody how it was going to be. Like, he's preachy. I was like, nah. But today, whenever I was like, I need to do this, I need to do that, I need to do that, I was shooting all over myself. And today was the first time, because I've really been going through this process of forgiving and realizing my shadow work was the guilt for all of that, and really realizing that it was okay to love them, right? But love myself more, and all of that. And even those boundaries and all those things happen with not just your partner, not just with yourself, but with your family. You know, the people who, kids, parents, siblings, you know, all of it. And her voice today was like, what the fuck are you worried about? I ain't going nowhere. So, you know, it's working in the right direction. Oh no, hang on. This has been a crap week here too. Raised in Seattle, starting his new job, and my mom has been awful. Oh. So those who don't know, Elizabeth's mom's dealing with some dementia issues and Alzheimer's, and she's the only caregiver, and it's tough. And I know that, and she knows, and we're just gonna, you know what, Elizabeth, we're here for you, girl. That shit sucks, and I'm sorry, and I know that there's nothing any of us can say. There's nothing any of us can do. I can send you some love mail like I do once in a blue moon to let you know that I'm thinking of you, because I do think of you often, and I think of all of you often, and that's the thing. And that's the legacy, right? That's the legacy. And the other message that came in this week, right, was like the joy in it. And I'm like, you know, I love y'all. I do. Like, I love y'all. And you matter. You matter. And people very much quantify the success of your business based on a dollar amount, right? And the money, again, goes to fund all of the outreach. It's kind of like the outreach, the Grateful Fed community fund, right? Um, y'all see it's not like I'm like, y'all been here. It's not like I am like living in like a McMansion, like just acting. I am, you know, it's not like that. It's not like that. It's really not. Like, I don't want people to think that. Like, I stay busy, but it's not the money. It's not the materialistic stuff that matters. It's the moments that matter. It's the ability to give y'all a place to come and laugh and know that, you know, there's zero judgment here. There's none. There's no judgment here. This is a place of love. This is a place of good energy. This is a place of high vibration. You know, this week we had a little, like, I felt kind of a little funny. Somebody got upset about a post, and I'm not going to call names, and I don't care. It's like somebody else got credit for it. I was like, I hate that you feel that way. This person posts a lot, and I kind of like space them out a little bit, and I appreciate it. I love that they're posting all the time. Sometimes it's not always, you know, it's just stuff, right? Lots and lots of stuff, and it's great. But it's also overwhelming when people start getting like bombarded, so I kind of like space it out. And sometimes we got other moderators and other admins who work to help me do that. And yeah, and y'all know, like, the ones of y'all, like, because Elizabeth, I know that your mom was in the house with you, and I mean, that matters, right? It does matter, because it will be different when it's not there. But it's Mother's Day it's tough. I feel like Mother's Day is for men. To like buy cards to make us like cook breakfast. But it's really tough, I think, for moms, because it's a reflective time. Like, for me, for years when my mom was here, I used to, like, after my hysterectomy, I would go into shutdown mode on Mother's Day. I would go see my mom, and I had stepkids. I get that, but that's the one time, like, Evan would go down and spend the weekend with I'm gonna go spend the weekend with my mom. And I'm like doing all these, and I get that it's his mom, and he should definitely go do that. And I love it. It's like, you know, like he's going to church at Christmas, is going to see his mom on Mother's Day. I get that. non-practicing kid or something. I don't know, but that's whenever these little things remind me. That's a little reminder, right? That little like snap into reality that this is not your kid. Like there's somebody else who's biologically connected to this person, who that's always gonna be mom, and I'm always gonna be Tammy. And so and after my hysterectomy, when I knew I was never gonna be able to have kids after the cancer, and they took all the stuff, and I was like, wow, it's final. I had a real tough time with Mother's Day. Um, Feeling very much like a failure as a woman because I wasn't able to have children. And it's tough. It's real tough. But it's very reflective. And this week and I look back at my memories today, and it's so funny because like every year since I was like, it's been a tough one. This week's been weird. Why has this week been weird? Oh shit, Mother's Day. And I was like, yep. And but then let me tell y'all what happens. But then like somebody's kid comes around me like on like Mother's Day, like somebody like has like a baby that's got colic or brings like this crazy kid to church that like wouldn't sit down, or something crazy would go on, and I'm like, I'm over that shit. Deal with that bullshit. Or we do like Mother's Day breakfast somewhere, and like kids are like in the stuff, and the mom's not able to eat, and I'm like sitting there like sipping a mimosa, like that has to fucking suck. So, and I'm like, yeah, a caregiver is a very hard job. I can only complain about being exhausted or alone, but I was my son's caregiver from birth until he passed away at 15. I would do it all over again in a second. I can feel the pain of how hard it is. Yep, it's awful. It's all because it becomes part of who you are, right? It's still your story. There's so many of you in here that are caregivers, and I think that cannabis has been a great outlet for that. And I'm really excited for the next stage of this journey, no matter where you are, because here's the thing. Like, here's a little, y'all know the big surprise. So Red and I have like this method board thing that we have out. So we close in 27 days from today, or 23 days now, 23 days. So we close on this land in 23 days. So our goal is the Hometown Hippie bakery, right? Baked bakery, whatever, the dankery, Hometown Hippie, a dankery, a dankery. That's what I'm going to call it, a dankery, and a commercial space. There's going to be an event pavilion attached to. There's also going to be our plan is for 2 trippy tree houses that will be for like Airbnb, VRBO, 420 friendly trippy tree houses. And then the house, the pond, and all the things. So we're going to have 2 like Airbnbs and then the event thing. So our goal is to have cooking classes out there, gardening classes out there, yoga classes out there, sound bath healings, music, cannabis cup is coming, all kinds of really amazing events, retreats with alternate places to stay, and being able, not really retreats like that, but like being able to like have a, if you need to come and like recharge your energy, you can, with some Reiki and, some cannabis, some some gaze and blaze meditations, just a chance to self-guided, just a place to go step back and have like a good energy vortex. And I think that I'm going to probably, yeah, I think that when that gets done, I'm going to tell Red that I want to do like once a month. I'm going to gift I'm going to take it off the market once a month and gift it to a caregiver to like have a free weekend getaway to like come and just be taken care of. And I'll bring a masseuse in and all kinds of things, because I'm going to have a masseuse that can come and do massages and all that kind of stuff and all kinds of that kind of thing. Right. And, yep, yep. Yeah, Melanie goes, save me a room. I'm moving in. That's so funny. We were joking about, I think I'm going to do, one weekend a month. There's gonna be 2 of them. I think I'm gonna open up 2 a week. 1 weekend a month is gonna be caregiver weekend, and we're just gonna like do stuff that is for people who do for others. Yeah, we're gonna do something. We're gonna do something because that's been the people who I am. Yep, I recharge with cannabis and submerging myself in water. You come over to the pool because I'm going to have the pool at the house. So I was like, that is not a public pool. I was like, they're not public. They're family. He's like, I don't need a bunch of kids in my pool. I was like, it'd be me and my girls. It's like, calm down. All right, I'm going to hit this. I'm going to hit the camera for a second. Give me a minute. So, yeah, it's going to be. So, yeah, we're going to build a little oasis right there. But we were going to do it where it's a 420 friendly VRBO or Airbnb, and you'll have like a little welcome packet, like a little edibles box with like some cannabis and pre-rolls and And I can't wait to decorate them. I told Red I wanted to name one like the hippie hiatus, the other one's the hippie hideaway, or I might do other stuff. And I was trying to figure out how I would like decorate them and stuff. But it's gonna be like chic, right? You know what I mean? It's gonna be like we're gonna have a lot of natural wood, like make it look like a tree house. That's like my next thing, right? And so being able to bring on the hands that I brought on, we've been able to like, the new menu, it's good, it's getting there. And but again, I'm like like the Robin Hood of weed, right? Being responsible for other adults is so hard. They depend on you just like a child. Weed is my savior. Otherwise, I think I'd have given up in the crazy house. Yeah, and it's interesting too because like there were times when the frustration came from I felt like the lack of gratitude, right? Can I have a yurt? Yes, yes, you can have a yurt. Come on, Dennis. I would love to have you down, and I really do. I'm planning in the I'm gonna talk to Sam and Lisa about it as well with Lisa and stuff once her stuff in Texas gets straight. But we have a local place here called Sandy River Outdoor Retreats kind of space. They have yurts and glamping and cabins and houses you can rent together. There's lots of Airbnbs in the area, and we've got like High Bridge hiking trail and kayaking, and there's all kinds of like the Lee's Retreat. There's all kinds of like uh, the Civil War stuff here, like lots of stuff for like the ghost hunting and all of that. I have all kinds of stuff for y'all for that. Like I'll put together a whole weekend, and I'm gonna have y'all like come to Virginia, like come back to Farmville, and have them. I'm gonna invite the My Mystical Life in. Hotel Hippie's gonna invite them in for like a family reunion, right? Like a family reunion kind of weekend with a big cookout and all the things, like a barbecue, like a pig picking and some music and all the fun stuff and um jumping fires, all the things. And it's just like a camping weekend, but a very glamping weekend. So everybody is very comfortable doing it. You can share space to make it affordable. There can be even some other camping options that are more affordable because there's Twin Lakes State Park that's very close by. They have like state park kind of camping with like cabins and stuff too. So there's lots and lots of options, and I really want to see if they can make that happen. And we can all make it happen because it'd be fun. It won't be this year, probably like this year. Number one, I've got Cannabis Cup coming up in the fall, plus retreat in Outer Banks. And other than that, and getting into the land and the house and stuff, I'm gonna pause on like big things. After the Woo Woo 101 retreat, Carly and I are going to regroup, figure out what we're going to do for the next thing. If we're going to move forward, doing the same type of retreat, or if we're going to do something different, if we're going to have different types of locations. We have people that have like actual retreat space that may be different kind of situation. But I really want to work. I don't know that I'm going to, be able to do all the catering. I might be able to still be involved in different ways, but then have some type of other service taking care of food and stuff versus me. And then because, I do want to work on, I'm so going to find some time this summer. Do not threaten me with a good time, girl. You are always welcome. And then I'm going to work on getting Cannabis Cup done. The summer tours coming out with the t-shirts and stuff, the new menu. So I really can't agree to do anything else or to plan anything else or take any other time off. I've got nieces moving to college here in town, which I'm going to probably help take care of. Yes, y'all do need to come see me. And then I've got, the I'm thinking that Cannabis Cup would be a great time, because it's going to be like a big camp out weekend. And that's the one we're going to do stone soup, where everybody brings one thing for the stew. For the Brunswick stew, we're going to do it with a big stew pot. And it's going to be like just a big bonfire and just kind of hanging out and like edible tables and vendors and just a private kind of fun thing. And that's going to be in the fall, probably in September. And that's going to be the big fall event. Only reason it's going to be in September this year, and it still might be in October this year. I might just be crazy as shit and do two big ass events, in the same month, because that's what I do right before Christmas. That's what happens. I'm getting like, I'm worrying about tomorrow with all of that. Like I just went down this rabbit hole in my head going, how in the fuck am I going to do all of this and then get back and do advent calendars? Like, number one, I have help. I was like, but I'm going to bring some seasonal help. Like, that's exactly what I'm going to do. So I'm like, it's all fine, but why worry about tomorrow today? It's a long ways off, right? But yeah, so there's going to be lots of options. And that next year I am going to do like I'm hoping that y'all can come in and we can start it at Peace, Love, and Feast Fest. And we could maybe do it that'd be really fun to bring in for the big meditation, for the earth healing meditation and stuff, and it'd be in the spring. And I would love for that to be it, and to partner with them on that. Maybe food trucks that night, all the things. So I'm hoping that that's the weekend that we do it in the spring, is that y'all come in on Hippie Fest, because I would really love to have y'all all here for that, for Peace, Love, and Feast Fest. And then we'll do, I'm hoping, this is a plan, right? That this next year for Peace, Love, and Feast Fest, I have procured land for a public garden that Hometown Hippie sponsors. And on Hippie Fest, we come in and we spend a day of service planning and tilling and all of us working on getting that garden set up. And then the night, that's our day of service thing. And we do our meditation in the morning before we start. Like I want to get on, I want to get on I want to try to get on the Guinness Book of World Records for the largest group on the earth healing meditation, like the largest like meditation in one space kind of thing. We will hold space that will happen. And you know what? He can come. Right. And then we'll figure it out. It's going to be a community garden day. Kids, we're going to have, and then maybe we'll even have some partner with some other businesses for like little fun stuff throughout the day, like an Earth Day kind of thing. And then afternoon, a high tea at 420, a private event. So if you're part of the Grateful Fed and you're part of the Hometown Hippie family, if you're part of our family, then we'll meet and have a special little hot 420 high tea. And then the public can start coming in at 5 for the Feast Fest, which will be a food truck rodeo with live music. And the proceeds and the admission will be like canned foods and, or volunteer hours in the garden or something like that. And then a proceed of all the trucks that can come for free, but a proceed of all the trucks need to go to, the charity to the garden to pay someone to work that garden all summer. Because what I'd like to do is find somebody who needs a job, like a veteran, or maybe someone who needs a second chance, can actually have a salary that summer from the money from Feast Fest. So we created a job for somebody. That way we know the garden is tended and taken care of well. And we would have like an attendant for the garden that's paid out of the money from Feast Fest. And so that's the reason that I do what I do, right? That's the joy. Like, I'm like, this is not fun. I'm tired of making cookies. This is what this week looked like, right? I was just like, I'm so fucking tired of shit. I need something new. What the hell? I was just in a mood. You know how you get in those moods. And y'all have no idea. I would love for all of y'all to just like blow Brittany and Mel up for all they did this week because they worked their asses off. They never pushed back. They took initiative. They got in there and they got it done. And they are going to be an asset. And I'm so excited. That with that help, the amount of growth it's going to allow for all of these things to unfold is just phenomenal. I'm looking for one more part-time and one more office. And that's probably where we're going to land probably until we get into the building, and then it'll change a little bit. Because I have got some things that I definitely understand that what I do this for is the message, right? It's the message of we have to start making the world a better place, one hometown at a time. I've seen such just, and I know that some of y'all, I'm not judging, I'm not, but I get on TikTok just to kind of like find some things to do, fun and all the things, and like 99% of the videos, but right now they're about some social issues, and I get that, and even that is just despicable to me, and I don't want to get into that either because people have different opinions. I don't want any fights in here, but Amber Heard and Johnny Depp, really, the world is crumbling around us, and we're worried about some celebrity being defamed. I mean, I get it, right? I get it. It's entertaining. But I'm going to tell y'all what. We have to start raising the vibration of this planet. And as women, we're obviously doing something right because we're a little scared of this right now. And men, everybody together, because this is a community. Even the guys in here, so their energy is good, right? We keep that good energy, those good vibes. And we have to work together to keep this like force field of love going, because let me tell y'all what, if we don't, we have a duty. I have a duty, right? I can't. I was like, and this is I've got some things to say, and I feel like every time I ask, I keep hearing your message is the message. You have to say it. You have to go say the message. And I'm like, I know. And sometimes I feel like I'm afraid of what I have to do. And so I hold myself back. But that's okay. Because I did a little past life regression. And obviously, like in past lives, I've been like a leader, like a general, and like I fuck up every time and kill everybody. So to y'all, I'm like, ooh, y'all, this don't go off the cliff. Oh yeah, and it was in Virginia. I know everybody's talking about it. It's all over the news and shit. I'm like, I hate it. I'm like, there's so many more things, and but I don't know. It's one of those things where I'm in a place in my journey, right, where the smoke and mirrors don't distract me really anymore. Like when they go, look over here at this or look over here at that. And I was laughing. I was like, apparently, like the media just keeps trying to throw like sensational things at us, and things just keep happening. And it's like, they're like, does a pandemic work? Does a war work? Does women's rights work? Does racial injustices work? What's going to outrage them the most and get our ratings the most? And we're going to stick with that until it doesn't work anymore. And I don't like to get into it. Like, I don't like to get into it. I feel, hey, Amanda, because my message is this, and I really am like, I am like this close from like figuring out if I should run for office. Like, I'm like this. I'm like, if all these crazy ass, like crazy people run in these other states and they get elected and they're all being made, I'm like, fuck yeah. I'm like, I might be able to do something. Like, this is bullshit. Because I don't want it for the power. I want it for the fixing. I want it to go like, this is some y'all. Hey, y'all. And I'll be playing the today I am higher than giraffe pussy. I'm like, I have not had my 420 cookie yet. We cannot have a cabinet meeting. Tammy for 2024. That's the next big thing, right? That's the 10-year agenda. I would vote for you. Yeah. You know what? I don't know if that scares me or not. I couldn't fuck. That's exactly what I said. Red's like, hold my beer. You're right. He's like, I feel like you could cause some like international problems. And I'm like, I don't think I would. I think they would love me. I was like, I am bubbly and fun and I'm kind of infectious. He's like, he would get so stoned and they'd be like, this bitch is crazy. Like, and like, but they would not fuck with me. They don't fuck with North Korea because they think that motherfucker's crazy. This is not a Facebook live. This just turned into it. My mouth just turned into a TikTok live. Holy shit. So, we know that the cookie hit at 45 minutes in, and at an hour and 45 minutes later, it's still doing its job. Do, 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 do. Yes. Yes. Here's what I don't want to know. That's what I was like, it's none of my business. It's none of my business. But here's the thing, though. Every time I do that, Melanie, like I didn't have the news on forever. That cookie is hit in. Dennis, that is the funniest shit I've read all night. I'm going to leave that so people will know. If you're just tuning in, breaking news. Tammy News Now. TNN. HHNN. Hometown Hippie News Network. Breaking news. That cookie hidden. Oh my god, that's so funny. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That's where we're going to start. The Hometown Hippie News Network. In other news, Elizabeth Clark is higher than giraffe pussy today. That cookie hidden. Dennis, I would love for you, y'all. Okay, give me some thumbs up, some hearts, some O faces, right? Dennis, I think you could make a line of hometown hippie Tammy isms and put them on the site, and you could sell T-shirts like crazy, like Bree. Because tell me you, and I will give you my logo to use if you want to make Hometown Hippie shirts and be my official partner, and you can make money off the T-shirts, and that's a partnership, and that's easy for all the fun T-shirts. Just those basic ones like that, like the bullshit ones, I will 100% put those like in this, like that's just those. That's my uniform. That's the T-shirt that's your like official Hometown Hippie. But these other ones, Dennis, you make the best shirts. Will you please do that? Make us up some like mock-ups of a couple of them, and we will put them in the store. I'll put them in my link tree for my merch store. I'll make you my merch store. I'm really, really cool with that. Y'all cool with that? Can y'all hit the hearts and some O faces because it's funny. Oh my god, higher than a giraffe. And we gotta think about like a you know what we're gonna do, Dennis? We need to find one and y'all will love this, right? A giraffe and a cat. That's all we're gonna put on the shirt. But make like the cat riding the giraffe because it's like a giraffe. Because how else would it be his if it wasn't like riding it? I don't know. Like, would the cat be walking the giraffe or would the giraffe be walking the cat? How would that work? Higher than if it's giraffe's pussy, so the giraffe would then own. I'm trying to figure it out. Like, how would that T-shirt look? I'm putting that out there. Like, I have great ideas. I need somebody else to like, because I can't see. I can hear and talk, but I can't see. I mean, you can blindfold me with an eyelash right now. That is so funny. What else do we need? What are the other ones we need? Not today, Satan. Not today, Satan. Oh, here's the other one we need. Y'all. I'm too fucking out of ponder that. I was just like, I can't see you either. I can only hear. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's too funny. And then I had those, they see me rolling. I have a rolling pin. And then I had some t-shirt ideas. And then I thought another one would be cute was the let's we need fed head t-shirts, yes, with dancing something. What are we gonna have dancing though? Because like the dancing bears were on the deadhead t-shirts. Um hmm. Dancing sweet treats of some kind or dancing birds. We haven't picked our birds yet. So we don't know what those are gonna be. Dennis is a t-shirt creator. It's his responsibility. He's probably the least high too. Dennis, do you feel like the DD on these lives? Chickens, dancing chickens. Yes. I don't know. Here's the thing, right? So when Red and I were dating, we had a friend of ours, and he used to call Red the Red Rooster. So he and I were playing with me being the mama hen and him being the Red Rooster. So we were really playing with that idea. Dancing giraffes and cats. When you eat them, you can be having giraffes. No, Dennis. No, like square dancing. We are not going to be square dancing. True. How would a tell me? I want you to tell me, Dennis, logistically on a T-shirt, how you gonna get a cat and a giraffe to square dance? And that would work. That would work. I don't know how it will translate without putting like gingham and like hats on them. I'm gonna start calling you Tammy Tincture. I'm thinking like, um, I'm definitely okay. Did you? Ooh, 25 baby bites. I have some ideas. So I'm thinking like the dancing bears on the Grateful Dead shirts, like the different colored bears that used to be we used to have those everywhere. Like I know so many people who have dancing bear tattoos from like Gen X. Like that was one of our stock ones, like Ren and Stimpy. It was ridiculous, ridiculous. Um, it was that age down that got like the younger Gen X and the elder millennials that got the tribals, the tramp stamps. Oh my gosh, it's so funny. Um, so I'm thinking something like that, like the dance and with some kind of birds, like all kinds of different birds, like maybe just different colored birds, right? Like different color, like hippie looking birds with like yellow birds and red birds and blue birds and all those kind of things, like dancing across the bottom of the thing, kind of like the dancing bears. And we can look that up. I'll Google it. Ooh, I can do that now. I forgot I have technology and a whole other screen. Dancing. And so what I was thinking is this, y'all. So here's my idea: is that we do the tour shirt and we do it in plain white, and everybody gets their shirt sent, and there's a tie dye T-shirt contest. So everybody individually tie dyes, like Morse Day in the time. What? Let's do it. The bird was like, what was it on Purple Rain? I remember Morse Day in the time doing that. What was that song? Oh, 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 jungle love. That's what Morse Day. Oh, oh. This is the dancing bears. So let me pull this up, this big picture up. I'm going to share the screen because I don't know how the hell I'm doing this. Share screen. Boom. Share. And we're we are in business, yo. Those are the dancing bears. That's what dancing bears look like. And I know lots of people that have that stupid ass tattoo. And then they're also like that. And so like that's a lot of how they looked a lot of time. Like grateful, that's like a Grateful Dead shirt. So I was thinking, right? We do the Grateful Fed with our little things above that. So what are y'all thinking? Like that's the shirt I'm thinking. The blue is pretty. I wouldn't mind doing it different. I don't know. I love the blue. I really love this one that says Grateful Fed. That's cute. That one's cute. I'm like, I'm gonna hurry up to reboot. So I like all of these. This is the idea of it. So that's the idea of it. So that's what I'm thinking. Something like that with Grateful Fed. So I do think that maybe having the treats above it, like a cookie, a brownie, a lollipop, I don't know, maybe something like that even. And having like a cannabis leaf in the middle. I hate to put the cannabis leaf on stuff. I just don't know why, but I just don't like putting it on stuff. I just don't. We could do dancing nugs. I guess that sounds like dancing drugs. Oh goodness. But I've been on here for 2 hours and I am tired. I'm not really tired as I am high as a mother. I'm really, really, really high. I'm sorry I did not get to cards tonight. I'm sorry I did not get to cards tonight. I hope y'all are not upset with me. I'm gonna wait for Heather to get back because she said that her phone died. And I don't want to be rude and not be back when she just like hurries up. She's like, oh, I missed it. I hate when I do that. But I know y'all have had a lot of y'all watching tonight. That cookie though. That cookie though. I know that y'all have had tough couple years, most of y'all that I know, the caregiver thing, just the pandemic, just jobs and family and the fucking world, y'all. The world. But if I can offer a brief little place for respite, right? A brief little place where this energy in this room is protected with our laughter and our silliness and our jokes and our funny ass t-shirt ideas. Because I consider tonight, we could get on Zoom right now. We could like hash this all out. Like, don't play with me tonight. Like, I will be on the computer tonight and pulling and looking and doing and all the things. You can bank on it. But I need to like get some water because y'all know how it gets like this, right? Put some water on it. You put some water on it. And I don't know what else I would say. Like, what? No, no, for real. I need to like get some water. I need to like pee. Um, Probably get my shit together. Let me know when my t-shirt is ready. Not at all. I'm glad that y'all had a good time, but I want y'all to know I love each and every one. I don't think there's going to be a Sunday sermon in the morning. I think I'm going to sleep in tomorrow morning. I might even get breakfast in bed tomorrow morning. I doubt it. We're having steaks at lunchtime, and I was like, "Don't be making a big ass breakfast because I can't eat no steak. I'm making a big ass breakfast." But if he happens to, I ain't gonna be mad at him. Because I really do want some bacon, and I got some roasted red pepper cream cheese. And I got some everything bagels. I'm like, that shit would be good with some bacon and some over easy eggs. It'd be delicious. It'd be even better as a sandwich. Just put some egg and cheese on there. Ooh, that cream cheese with the egg and bacon with that. I might get to make my own breakfast. I might make that shit tonight. Ooh, I got ooh. You know what we had? So we made spaghetti. Red made spaghetti tonight, and I went to the store to get some stuff. Let me tell you. And I got 3 cheese tortellini. I love tortellini. It's like my favorite pasta. I cooked that shit perfect, and then I took my pan and I put the sauce in the pan, and then when I got the tortellini out, I coated it like you do, like you're supposed to, like like some cheese on top of a little parsley, and that shit looked beautiful and it tasted good. And I have got a Tupperware in there that's got my name on it. I'm gonna go mail that shit. That's what I'm gonna do. I've got the munchies. I've got a cotton mouth. And I'm at that. You get that stone point that cookie hits like the first time and it's like giggly. You hit it the second time, it's like real giggly, and that third time it's like we need to eat and take a I need a Pepsi Cola, 3 chicken legs, and a nap. And that's the stage of the night we're in. So, in that order, I'm going to go get those things. So, as always, peace, love, and feast, and stay elevated. Happy Mother's Day from my home to yours, no matter what it looks like. You give mom, you got big mom energy, right? You got big mama energy. You're in the group, you're sending love. I love all of y'all. Keep the love and light. Be the change you want to see. We're going to refill each other's cups, and I will see y'all soon. Talk to you later. Bye. For real this time.